Kyler Murray.
Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast, coming to you live in the Powered by FSA studio out here on the Facebook, on the Twitter sphere. Man, maybe we're on MySpace pretty soon. Boys, what do you think about that, huh? Bringing it back Justin Timberlake style.
Never left.
I'm sad that MySpace died for Facebook because MySpace was better.
MySpace is still there. All your stuff's still there. It's just not fun to navigate.
It was such a low-key way to hurt your
hack too, but whatever.
It was such a low-key way to hurt your friends. You didn't make my top 8. You didn't make my top 8. Sorry.
Well, I've been a better friend then.
Yeah, we got to recap these heroes and villains, and it's a mixed bag today. Mixed bag. It ain't like it was a couple weeks ago. It's a mixed bag.
Not mine. Mine's pretty
I know there's a few that are out there that were bad. A lot of weather. There was a lot of nasty weather games.
That Patriots game was disgusting. Holy cow.
Yeah, but that was still higher scoring than the game that was delayed. That good old Browns-Houston game.
Yeah.
Send them back to the locker room, boys. I was like, oh, crap.
That was delayed for lightning, right?
Yeah, I was worried because when I first saw the thing, I was like, oh, they're sending them back to the locker room. I was like, did somebody test positive for COVID again? Because the Browns had that scare during the week. And I was like, oh, they shut this whole game down. Oh God!
These receivers, man. My head. I just looking at it makes my head want to explode. It's ridiculous.
Oh, we got to go through some of the. So there are 9 running backs in the top 25 of flex and PPR. 9 running backs. But when we get into I want to get into these running backs here in a little bit, and we'll just talk about who these running backs are.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's some household names out there, boys. Some household names.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get before we get into all this, before we get into the show and we get off topic here. Josh, tell them about the FSA.
There you go.
Well, FSA has a beautiful website, fsa-fr.com. It's our website as well. FSA, things are going well over there. Not well for my heroes and villains or my fantasy teams this week. Yeah, check it out at the bottom. Boom. Man, this was a rough week, but things are not rough over on the FSA side. Fantasy Sports Alliance, things are always going well over there. You guys got to check out the website. Talk to Brian. Check out the live broadcast. We run 4 times a week. Now they also have the audio versions that are going to be on Anchor, the same platform that we're on. So you can check out the Average Bros, and you can check out the Fanatically Real broadcast that comes out on Tuesday and Wednesday for both of those shows. Ours, still same address on Anchor as well, but we're all just under one happy roof. We're working a new league right now. It's all in development, though, so don't be telling anybody. It's great that we're getting that worked out, too. Brian's going to come out on Wednesday. He's going to drop all of the popular things that are happening in the league. I pulled it out again in Dynasty. I can't believe it. I don't know how y'all's redraft teams are doing, but now I've ripped off like 5 or 6 in a row with Dynasty, and I'm back in it. So anyway, you guys check it out, fsa-fr.com. Check out the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram. Check out the YouTube. Check out the MySpace, the Grinder, all of it. Check it out. Fantasy Sports Alliance. Boom. What? No? I don't. Is that not? No?
Yeah, I mean, it's something. All right, let's get into these PPR running backs. I want to talk about PPR running backs in week 10 because we got some up at the top. We got Alvin Kamara number 1. Not really surprising there, especially we'll get into the news about Drew Brees here in a second of what happened there.
My boy.
Then Josh Jacobs, he had 2 rushing touchdowns, but there were 2 running backs had 2 rushing touchdowns in that game. We'll get into the other guy here in a minute for the Raiders. Naheem Hines on Thursday night. We already kind of talked about that a little bit. I'm going to skip number 4 because we got to cover that here in a little bit. Ronald Jones broke off a 98-yard run. It's the longest run Carolina, they play Carolina this week. Yeah, Carolina.
Yes.
Carolina's ever given up. So there's still a chance to break it. A player can still break his rush.
You pull a Tony Dorsett and you'll break it. Yeah.
He rushed for 192 yards. So even if you take that one away, he still had 90-plus yards rush on the ground. Yeah. Rex Burkhead catches a touchdown pass from Jacoby Myers. Yep.
2 touchdowns through the air. Get out of here.
The number 7 guy, we'll skip that because we're going to cover him later. Devontae Booker, number 8 running back on the week. We all saw that one coming, right? Against Denver defense.
Sure.
Stream that Denver defense.
Boom.
Malcolm Brown. I think Eric, you said it. Like it seemed like a Malcolm Brown game.
Yeah, I didn't think he would have, be in a top 12 position, but here he is. So Wayne Gallman looking good.
2 rushing touchdowns, and then I believe did he even have no catches? Okay, cool.
He had 2 receptions for 18 yards.
2 receptions. Wayne Gallman, Wayne Gallman. If Devonta Freeman's out, is Wayne Gallman a startable running back?
Yeah, he's had four good weeks in a row. I'd start him.
Wayne Gallman.
That's the sad state of affairs we're in right now, Brad. I don't know what to tell you.
So Nick Chubb was the number 11 running back, and he could have easily been in the top 5 of running backs, but he did the smart football decision and ran out of bounds at the 2-yard line so his team could take a knee. Fantasy players hate it. People that were betting on the game hated it.
Yeah, because they got the win and they didn't cover. It's like
the right football play. Like it's the right football play.
Stefanski told him not to score.
Yeah.
He shouldn't score. He absolutely shouldn't. But again, they got the win, no cover, and his fantasy points suffered.
You got to house
that other former Georgia running back. He knows how to stay out of the end zone when he's told to.
Oh, the Gurley man.
I mean, Gurley's done it in the past where he stayed out of the end zone like he was supposed to.
J.D. McKissic, 7 receptions. Sorry, 15 targets for J.D. McKissic.
Mm-hmm. I picked up smooches in FSA and I played him. I switched him last minute and threw him in there. Oh, I was so happy.
With Alex Smith at quarterback, is J.D. McKissic a must flex player?
In PPR, yeah.
Yeah.
PPR.
Yeah. Even in half point, he had a good day.
All right. Kareem Hunt, he came in there late, got the PPR where he had 104 rushing yards, so he did all right too for himself.
If he had found the end zone, he's having a real good day.
The Miami running back. I don't even know how to say this dude's name. Salvin Ahmed. What? Did you guys?
Salvin Ahmed, yes. SALVON.
They signed Matt Breida in the offseason. They signed Jordan Howard in the offseason. They still got Patrick Liard. And then Salvin Ahmed. Yep, that's the guy.
Yep, makes sense.
Looked pretty good.
Kalen Ballage, another week. He finally got signed to the active team. They put Justin Jackson on the IR. I think Kalen Ballage is a dude there, man. MJ, how's it going out there?
Hey, good job. Played JD in Dynasty. Very nice.
Boston, what's up with Boston Scott? Why?
Stop snaking my guys' touchdowns. Him and Clement, too.
Him.
Goodness
Corey
gracious.
Clement's first rushing touchdown of the season.
Oh, I hate it.
You robbed me of one of my heroes, dude.
Yeah.
I know. Because had Miles Sanders got one of those touchdowns, he's up in the top of running backs there.
Yeah, he's in the top 12 for sure.
And then really I don't want to talk about the rest of these guys because it's Aaron Jones, James Robinson, Damian Harris, who had another 100-yard game. I think it's 3 of his last 5 games that he started. He's got 100 yards.
Yeah, but Rex Burkhead got all the touchdowns.
Yeah, they work him. They use him. And then right when they get inside the red zone, they're like, Cam, Rex, what you got? Boom, boom.
He's good between the 20s. And then they're like, somebody else get in that red zone.
I want to talk about the running back that played 48% of the snaps for the Seattle Seahawks. A guy that was, I believe, drafted by
the
Seattle.
dreadlocks. Yeah.
Alex Collins.
That's it, Collins.
What is going on there?
In Seattle?
Yeah. Chris Carson's out, like we thought we knew what we had going with JD or DJ Dallas.
So he was on I think DJ Dallas was on the COVID list. Alex Collins, he was on the practice squad with Carlos Hyde and with Chris Carson being banged up, they had to turn to the freaking Alex Collins because he knows the system.
DJ Dallas played. So did Travis Homer. They both played.
Yep.
But Alex Collins started the game as the lead back, and until they got down by a lot, that's when they went away from him. Why, Pete Carroll? Why?
Because
fantasy. Real coaches don't care about fantasy football.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, is Alex Collins really that good? It didn't work for him. It didn't work.
Well, you got to remember the whole reason that he was unemployed from Baltimore was his fumbling issues. He's a good back. He just can't hold on to the ball.
I don't even know if he's an efficient back. Like, he's not even really that efficient. He had one good year in Baltimore.
He's pretty good.
A year and a half, I should say. He had a good year and a half.
He's pretty good. He can't fumble.
I mean, considering what they've got. I mean, they ruled out Carson and Hyde, Friday? They officially ruled them out like Friday evening. So, I mean, you're grasping at straws with that team right now until Rashard Penny comes back. So,
do you guys know who your number one wide receiver on the week is right now?
I want to say Hopkins, but it's not.
It's almost Hopkins.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me pull it up. It's MVS. That was on everybody's bench.
No,
it's not.
It depends on what scoring you look at. Cole Beasley is the other guy.
If you're on normal PPR, it's Cole Beasley with 11 receptions for 109 yards and a touchdown.
I hate it.
And then MVS. Let's talk about MVS. So I got some of these wide receivers I kind of jotted down. Some surprise wide receivers this week. MVS, who's had a couple good games back to back, really good games actually. Willie Snead, who had 2 touchdowns. Keelan Cole, who had a return touchdown and a receiving touchdown, and he's had a pretty decent season when you look it all over.
Yeah.
And then Cole Beasley. How would you rank these wide receivers rest of the season?
Cole Beasley, MVS, and who was the other one?
Keelan Cole.
I'm
pretty sure you're not going Willie Snead.
No. I guess I'd go MVS, Beasley, Cole.
Yeah, Beasley's your safest floor. MJ hitting on all the top guys of the week.
I think Beasley has your safest floor.
Yeah.
Like, he's the best luck to give you 10 points every week.
Absolutely.
MVS has your highest ceiling, but I think Keelan Cole, with what he's done all season, I like Keelan Cole the most there. I don't know what it is. I think he's that nice in between. Like, I don't think he'll give me the 30 to 40 points, but he hasn't looked terrible this year.
He's had 13, 14, 6, 6, 9, 17, 1, 1, and 19. So,
yeah, right there.
He's boom or bust, but.
Yeah, but it isn't as crazy as MVS, who's goosed you a lot. I didn't hear a zero there.
Well, you got to remember, in the last couple of games, he's had those big plays. He's like a big play guy now. So without that, he's got nothing.
So the last 2 games, he scored 22 and 18. The games before that, 2, 0.9, 4.
The reason that I would pick MVS, though, is because he has less competition. You got to remember, Smoke and Diggs are out there in Buffalo.
Oh, 100%. Diggs was the number 4 wide receiver on the week.
And we did say this because I think someone asked us on the Friday show to start Diggs or Smoke, and thankfully we picked Diggs. Whew.
Well, he also asked if we should start him together. I think we said that was a safe bet, considering the Vikings are terrible against.
No, I said I would spread it wealth a little bit. What I said. I don't like teaming my wide receivers together. It's just there's not usually that much to go around.
If he had paired Beasley and Diggs, he'd been good.
If you'd have started DK Metcalf, you'd have been screwed.
Yeah, you would. That pass
Russell looked bad, dude.
So Russell Wilson could have run for a first down on a third down play, but slings it across his body to the other side and throws an interception. Why, Russ? Why? Does he not win MVP votes? Is that what it is? He doesn't win.
Apparently not. He's trying to keep it low. He's like, oh, I'm looking too good. Better bring it down a little bit.
I don't know if maybe because the early season success, he's trusting his arm a little too much now. There was a little bit of missed throws. Same thing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady missed a wide open AB and a wide open Mike Evans, which would change their weeks around.
Yeah, it didn't really affect the win though.
It didn't affect the win, but I'm talking about for fantasy purposes.
It allowed Gronk to get back into the touchdown game, so that was cool.
You know, Gronk and Mark Andrews right now, PPR, are your tied for first tight ends.
Shut up.
Yes, they are.
13 points. 13.1. Sorry, let's not cheat them.
So what happened is last week I picked Gronk as a hero. So he got 3 touchdowns, or he got a touchdown each week prior to that, 3 games in a row. He took my week off, and now that no one picked him, he went back to scoring a touchdown. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Unbelievable.
Him and Cameron Brate both had decent days. They're number 1 and number 4. So it's like, when did Brady start throwing? It's like, when did they start throwing to the tight ends?
No, tight end is so bad. Look,
Pharaoh Brown? Do you guys have Pharaoh Brown in the top 10?
Tight end with Kelsey was on a bye, and Kittle's out, if you are in a league and you have an option not to start a tight end at all, are you not starting a tight end?
No, God, no.
If you don't have Kelsey. If you don't have Kelsey, you're
If you don't have Kelsey or Waller.
Even Waller. They don't
He was
use him in the red zone.
Yeah, they really don't. It's a shame. He's so
You want to
good.
go? You want to start Durham Smythe right now? Durham Smythe. Is that
Faroa
what you
Brown?
want?
That's not a real person.
Is it Faroa? Pharaoh Brown?
Yeah, is that who you want to go with?
Logan
That's your
Thomas?
guy? Those are 29-year-old Logan Thomas. Never did anything in his career. Now all of a sudden he's found this relevant. Shut up. Get out of here.
Soft nug Jordan Reed? Supplanting my guy?
Hunter Henry. Freaking
MJ hit on everybody this week. She's got
for you.
guys in the top 12 everywhere. Good for you.
So, yeah, whatever. I don't
Thanks a
talk
lot,
about
Jordan Reed.
I wanna talk about-
88.
What about these running backs? Rank them the rest of the season.
Let's do it.
Naheem Hines, Rex
Nope.
Burkhead,
Mm-mm.
Wayne Gallman, and then Alex Collins, because he got the usage, man. I don't know what's going on there in Seattle. And I don't know what's up with Chris Carson. Yeah, he's questionable, but questionable with good old Pete Carroll. Might as well be either out or 100% healthy. I'm not sure.
All right, Eric, you want to go first, bud?
Sure. Gallman, Hines, Burkhead, Collins.
See, I would go Hines 1, then Gallman, then Burkhead, then Collins.
Because you just think that the Colts are a better team.
Yeah, I think
Hines
the
is
Colts
just
are a better team. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Hines has just been so inconsistent. Where I look at Gallman's last 4 games, at least 12 points every game. So,
But if Devonta Freeman comes back, Gallman's workload is going away.
yeah,
I'm not
but he
worried about
sucks. So I'm not
I'm
worried.
not worried
And-
about John.
And the whole issue that Jonathan Taylor had in college, he was great. But apparently, whenever you come to the NFL, the whole fumbling thing doesn't just get better. So that's kind of an issue.
So let me ask you about this. So Jonathan Taylor, I want to know, really down bad rookie year. Another Wisconsin running back had a really down rookie year, Melvin Gordon. Is he going to go on a Melvin Gordon path, or is he on a path of he doesn't know how to run, and this is going to be Trent Richardson without the one good year?
Does his mom wear his jersey, Jonathan Taylor? Because I remember Melvin Gordon's mom wouldn't even do it. She's like,
Yeah.
you got to earn that.
Has Jonathan Taylor scored a touchdown this year?
Yeah, he scored a touchdown.
Okay, then he's already better than
Melvin
Okay.
Gordon.
Melvin Gordon rookie year.
He's talented. I think he'll be all right. I'm not worried about him.
They have a really good offensive line. I think if
That's the problem. They have a good offensive line, but I don't know.
well,
if
yeah,
it's-
he needs to learn how to run behind a.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
I mean,
With,
even
the blocking
Le'Veon Bell,
schemes are different than they were at
even
Wisconsin.
Le'Veon
let's
Bell
face
took
it.
a year. Le'Veon Bell's
Mhm.
rookie year wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to overdo this. I'm like, oh, he's done. Wash. Get rid of him.
I
All
do
right.
worry that Naheem Hines will always have a role there because he's only 24 and he's
Well,
really
this
good
year-
in the
this
passing
year-
down.
This year he will. I worry about when they go to a different quarterback next year when Rivers is gone.
The brisket, I think they'll be okay.
Now, even if they draft somebody, like I don't
No, they might.
I don't see
know.
Rivers there, and I know Rivers with a running back with Naheem Hines' talent has always worked really well together.
Yeah, no, he loves to check it down. So yeah,
Well,
if they go
because he
back to
doesn't-
the
he can't
brisket
run.
or
He can't run, so that's a nice little
Right.
safety valve for him real quick.
yeah, he's a statue. So
All right, so we kind of alluded to it earlier. Drew Brees did not play the second half because he's got some bruised ribs, going to need an MRI. Jameis Winston came in. Jameis Winston looked good, 6 for 6 to start the game for 63 yards. You know how many completions he had after that?
none.
No.
Same as me and you guys, 0. He went 0 for 4 on the rest of them, and he started doing some Jameis things. He was like, oh, Mike Thomas, there you are. 3 guys around you. I don't care. Here we go, baby. Whee!
I mean, it worked for Kyler. So
Yeah, well, that
Sling
was
it.
a Hail Mary, so that was a little different.
that was a hell of a
Basic.
catch, though.
LASIK only do so much for you boys.
Yeah,
So
apparently.
he started. I was like, oh, Jameis is being like smart with the ball and just checking down to Kamara and doing smart. Nope. Then he was like, oh, boys, we got 2 touchdown lead. Let me see what I can do about this.
He got a couple of good completions under his belt, and he was like, "All right, now I can start airing it out again."
If
The old
Breeze
Brett
misses,
Favre. The old Brett Favre.
Breeze-
method.
if Breeze misses time, because let's be honest, Jameis was not ready to go in there. There was a lot of delayed games. They had to use all 3 of their timeouts because they're about to have delayed games with all the swapping they do of personnel for each play. It is a more complicated offense. I think if Jameis does get the full week of practice with the ones, it might be a little smoother. But what do you think about this offense, Jameis Winston under center? Or does it mean we get more Taysom Hill?
I love Kamara. That hasn't changed.
Yep.
Mike Thomas wasn't really doing a lot before Breeze got hurt anyway. I mean, the offense was sputtering. This offense was really sputtering.
Tough year.
They were in his face all day long, though. And that's kind of bad considering their defensive line is just wrecked. So the fact that they were able to just work him over like that, that's not good. So I don't know. For me, it's one of those things, like, I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference. If anything, it might help some of these guys with the gunslinger mentality. I think it could absolutely help guys like Traquan Smith, Michael Thomas, and probably even Manny Sanders is going to have a little uptick. So I don't think we're going to see that much of a drop-off from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah, I mean, the 49ers defensive line is still really good.
Yeah.
Like, they know how to get
even without – they lost Bosa, right?
They lost Bosa and their first-round pick. Yeah.
Oh, 3? I thought they only missed 2.
No, they lost 3 first-round picks on the offensive line. At least for this game they did. All right, what other news was there? All right, we already talked about Nick Chubb. He came back, and he's really, really good. It was a weird game. It was a weird week. There wasn't a whole lot.
Bill O'Brien is probably the worst GM in the history of GMs.
Why you say that? The DeAndre Hopkins Hail Mary thing?
Oh yeah, that was a great play by him. That was fantastic.
It was.
Somebody got a great shot of his gloves. He's got the Jumpman gloves. Somebody got a great shot of that. They're going to be.
But it was also Kyler Murray
printing money with those.
Kyler Murray put it right where it needed to go. Like, I mean,
he did. Kyler Murray's a good quarterback. I mean, he didn't look great for most of the day, but he pulled it out. So.
His legs look good. I mean, he wasn't the number 1 quarterback. And if you guys want to see that video, pop on over to the Twitter and go just search FSA or any of that stuff.
Did you post it there?
Oh, I did. I sure did post it. It's out there.
I don't know if there was really anything too crazy to take from this week other than heroes and villains. Man, that really sucked. So let's just do it.
Cheer like it.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's heroes, villains, and sidekicks.
We'll start with my heroes. I ain't afraid. If you guys are watching the video, you can see who my heroes are. But if you're not, and you need to be reminded out there, we had the hero quarterback was going to be Baker Mayfield. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. I blame it on he needed his Thunder Buddy out there. Okay, did not have his Thunder Buddy. Okay, he didn't have a Thunder Buddy, so he couldn't do his best Aaron Rodgers or Kyler Murray. Damien's bringing up that Aaron Murray's throw was very Aaron Rodgers-esque. Kind of get that. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the Packers game when there was going to be a Hail Mary play and Aaron Rodgers was out there telling the defense like how to defend it.
What?
Yeah, he came out there. He was talking to the defensive line. He has a big jacket on. He was like, so he's gonna have to roll out. Like he was like trying to show the defense like this is what a good Hail Mary is going to look like. Trust me, I've done a few. But
yeah, just a few.
Baker Mayfield in 4-point passing, he had 5.4 points, but still QB 27, so he wasn't that far out of QB 2.
Are you trying to justify a sidekick right now?
No, not at all. He was not a hero. That was a dud, straight up dud. Then my hero at the running back. Now this one, Antonio Gibson. I was getting really nervous because the J.D. McKissic love was out there, but he finishes RB7 with 22.5 points. This isn't one of those RBs where he barely sneaks in. This was a legit hero running back this week. I'm liking him a lot going forward. How do you guys feel about Antonio Gibson going forward in this offense? Solid.
Without those touchdowns, though, he's got nothing. I don't know.
True.
It's weird. Like it's weird because he's an RB2 on the weekend, and I think he's even creeping up that now more where he's closer to an RB1. He's a high end RB2, but
when they needed to score at the end of the game, they weren't putting him in there, and it was weird. I was like, why aren't you putting your most? The usage is weird. But did you guys know Alex Smith has only thrown for 300 yards in back-to-back games once, and that was this week?
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
he played with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce.
But he always checked down. He always took the safe throw.
Remember, he went an entire season without throwing a touchdown to a wide receiver.
That's true.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting. We talked about this before, and I can't really get.
Now,
wide receiver, though. Juju, baby. He wasn't the best Pittsburgh wide receiver, but he still was a hero with 22.7 points. I will take that all day.
Yeah, he's a running back one, or a wide receiver one.
Yeah, and he'd definitely be a running back one, too.
Mm.
And here with Damian wants to bring up a good point. The wins in these games were intense, yes. The winds were blowing through like COVID blowing through everybody's lives again. Not good.
Boom.
Yeah, if you're on the East Coast, there's a nasty storm rolling up the East Coast. Obviously, if you watch the Sunday night game, it was pretty ridiculous. So,
and then we have my hero. You know what? Like Josh said, I don't care if you say you hit your hero because your tight end was a tight end one. No tight end can be a hero this week. The best I will give you at any tight end is a sidekick.
That's fair.
Because when the leader at the tight end position is 13 points in just basic PPR, not tight end premium or anything, Eric Ebron's 5.8 isn't that far off of that. It's like, I mean, he's tight end 18. It's not a sidekick. It's nothing. It's just nothing. It's tight end is terrible. That's my guys, though. Hit on 2, missed on 2. I'll take that. 50-50 shot. Get you in the world. It'll get you in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Better than me.
Josh, talk to me about this. What happened? What happened this week?
Well, so we'll start off with my quarterback who did throw for over 300 yards, and I'm like, yes. And then when you add in the fact that he had a fumble, that's negative points. And then 0 tutters. Well, guess what? That affected the whole stack with my wide receiver that I picked, Bobby Trees. So Jared Goff, 20th on the week with 10 points, throwing for over 300 yards, and you got 10 points. And then you dragged my guy, Bobby Trees, down with you. What? Why? He had like 8 points in PPR. Man,
just so you know, Jared Goff was 6th this week in passing yards.
Yep. Sounds about right. Yep.
Should have took Justin Reynolds, man.
Yeah, if you would have started Josh Reynolds.
Or Josh Reynolds, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been good but we were thinking, no, the top 2 defensive backs are out for Seattle. I mean, of course, Bobby Trees and Cooper Kupp will be open. They were.
Josh Allen just lit them up. Yeah. God. They got up early. They got up early in that game, though, and Seattle wasn't doing anything on offense.
And then
their D-backs shut them down. It was ugly.
And then my Seattle guy, Jalen Ramsey's a beast. He shut down DK Metcalf, and he didn't even shadow him the whole time.
Nope.
He said that he wouldn't. It didn't matter. Whenever they wanted to go to him, Jalen Ramsey was there. He earned every bit. He's earning that $100 million right now.
He is. That last interception that he threw trying to go to Lockett too. I don't remember the corner's name. It wasn't Ramsey, but man, what a great play that was from his side of the ball. Took a bye week. Yeah, you're right, Damien. They did. They took a bye week. They sure did.
So what Damien's saying for the audio listeners out there, Kelsey's on a bye, so the whole tight end position just said, we're taking a bye this week.
Yeah. Well, I know Boston Scott took a lot from me today because on my other hero, Miles Sanders, who ended up being a sidekick because he's 17
I'll give you
now.
Solid.
Yeah. Okay. Not a villain, but he had 15 carries for 85 yards and a 2-point conversion. So I'm like, okay, that's working out pretty good. But freaking Boston Scott and Corey Clement decided to come in there and swoop in like vultures.
And did you hear what the announcer said when Corey Clement scored a touchdown? I don't know if this is on the red zone or the announcer there. He's like, it's Clementine. Like Clementine. I was like, if I wasn't getting beaten fantasy road back, that'd be really funny.
Oh
man. And then my boy Evan Ingram, who only got 3 targets.
Yep.
2 catches, 15 yards, and right now he is the tight end 23 on the week. So that's a tight end 2, boys.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. That sucks. So you go with stats and what should happen, and then it just blows up in your face. It makes no sense.
We'll give you half a point for getting a sidekick.
I get nothing. I don't even want it. Give me a 0. Right. I'm fine.
All right, Eric. Let's look and see how you did here.
Yeah, let's not.
You did good, but the problem is the one you called, and you were, I don't know if you did good, but the one you called hardcore, he was a hero.
Oh, he's definitely a hero, but he's Kyler Murray. He's usually a hero every week. That's not really. I thought he was really going to tear that. They played the Bills, right? I'm not crazy.
Yep.
I thought he was going to tear that Bills defense up, but because they're terrible against the running game. I thought he would run all over them, and he did. I mean, he did okay. 11 carries for 61 yards, but I thought he'd have more than that.
Two rushing touchdowns, right?
2 rushing touchdowns, one receiving, and honestly, he wouldn't have had that if they hadn't come up with that Hail Mary out of nowhere at the end of the game. So, good week for Kyler, 31 points, but not the QB one this week. So, took a pie for that earlier. Again, if you want to see that, go over to our Twitter page and watch me take a pie in the face for Carson Wentz being a chump and Kyler not being the QB1. Excuse me.
He was definitely tight end one. He was solid.
He's certainly tight end one. Yeah, definitely.
Best in the week.
Yeah. And then my running back in a game built for them to just pound the rock.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Dobbins just, oh my God, where did he even finish? Gus Edwards was 26th, and he was behind that. So big miss on that one. I thought Dobbins
he had 44% of the snap percentage this week.
He did. He played a lot, and he had a couple of – I mean, he was targeted in the passing game too, and he just – oh, man, he didn't do anything with it. The weather was terrible, and again, I need to start doing better looking at that stuff, but even still.
But, I mean, even then, like, still you think, okay, he's going to get it. I mean, Gus Edwards had 7 rushes. Mark Ingram had 5. Dobbins had 5. Justice Hill – I don't know if he got a carry here. He didn't get a carry. So it was just a weird week for the running backs and for Baltimore. Like, I didn't know what was going on there. I don't know.
Well, I feel like them and the Rams now, you have these 2- and 3-headed monsters, and you should just stay away for all of them. Like, I'd rather start Wayne Gallman. I'd rather start Rojo. Like, at least they're going to see decent amount of carries.
Yeah, MJ brings up again Devontae Booker. Yeah, we all saw Devontae Booker coming.
Sure.
We knew it. Ever since he got cut by, Denver and was just terrible there, we just,
Made sense.
Yeah, because their running backs looked fantastic today.
Did you guys see Nathan Peterman was the number 2 on the depth chart this week?
I did.
Not good old Marcus Mariota?
All right.
I did because whenever Carr got a little banged up, Peterman started warming up on the sidelines, and Derek Carr was like, no, we can't do that.
Oh, MJ, if you started Devontae Booker this week, MJ, I don't care if he would have scored 100 points. We all would have made fun of you for who the heck starts Devontae Booker.
Yeah, it's true.
It was the right call.
You'd have to have a crystal ball to see that one. The Schwam.
Yeah.
Calling that one.
So what about this wide receiver situation here, Eric?
Oh, Will Fuller, why, dude? That was such a bad game all around. Nobody scored in that game.
Did he plead the 5th? What happened here?
Where did he's not even in the top 30. Like, I
mean,
know.
why you? Yeah, it wasn't good.
I don't even know why I do any prep work anymore. I'm just gonna pick people from now on because the Browns are not good against wide receivers. You got Deshaun Watson. He's the number 1 guy there. He should see plenty of volume, and he doesn't. He just doesn't. So what's the point? Let's look at his numbers here.
He was wide receiver 42 with 8.8 points.
Yep. 8 targets, 5
PPR.
reception for 38 yards. Yeah.
Nailed it.
He did have 8 targets and caught 5 of them.
Yeah, I know the weather was bad there too.
38 yards for big play Will Fuller. What?
Well, I mean, Watson only had 163 yards. So, I mean, they weren't throwing deep.
Here, Damien wants to bring up again another crazy wind game. I mean, I get it's crazy wind and the short passes. That's what you got to do. And Duke Johnson went down with an injury in that game too, as well, right? Duke Johnson went out.
Did. Yeah.
So it's one of those things. And then the Wally time. The Willie.
Ross Dwelly. Yeah. Ross. Sad.
He gone.
Hey, Evan Ingram did better than him. All right.
Yeah, he did. Barely, but he did.
It don't matter.
Ross Dwelly's what I just saw him 25th on the week. Oh,
like we said, with the tight ends we were picking for a touchdown. And had any of them got a touchdown, they'd be a tight end 1. We said it.
Yeah. Jordan Reed didn't get a touchdown, but he's TE5 on the week. So I picked the wrong guy. Oh, well.
Yeah. Let's jump into these villains because I did okay here. I did okay. Jake Luton, I said he would fall back down to earth. He did. 9.8 points, QB 22. So I guess in a 2 QB league, he's technically in a super flex, technically startable, but not really when you would rather start a wide receiver over him. So you don't really want to start him. Okay. Then I said all the Rams wide receivers, but I'm glad I focused that down to Darrell Henderson.
Oh, the Rams running backs? Yeah.
Yeah, we're sorry, running backs. Darrell Henderson, he had 10.3 points. Yes, he was an RB2. So was he a true villain? He was more of a sidekick, I guess. But it was so bad, though. He had that early touchdown and then gone. He gone.
Yeah.
Nothing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akers had like 10 carries for like 42 yards, and then Malcolm Brown did pretty well. He had 2 touchdowns. It's like, again.
Yeah, but Henderson didn't really do anything there.
No.
DJ Chark was wide receiver 38 with 9.6 points.
Woof.
Luton did miss him on a nice wide open that could have been a touchdown. So it could have been a lot better day. But, hey, that's a villain right there, boys.
38?
That's a villain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom.
Almost outscores. He almost could have been a super flex play over his own quarterback. I'm just saying. He was 0.2 away from that. All right. And then this is where I got it wrong, but it's tight end. And like I said, Mark Andrews, he's tied with tight end 1 right now with 13.1 points. And he dropped like 2 touchdowns. He could have been so good. He dropped like 2.
Again, the weather was absolutely insane in that game, especially towards the end there. It was getting really bad.
Yeah. So that was a thing.
Sure was, Bob.
Josh, talk to me about this.
Okay, well, first of all, Teddy Two Gloves threw for only 136 yards. So kind of right about that. Problem is he threw 2 touchdowns and then ran 1 in. So that put him at quarterback 10 so far this week. Now, Kirk Cousins and Nick Foles haven't played yet. So, yeah,
Kirk in prime time and Nick Foles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirk's had some good games in primetime. He's just never won. He has had a couple of good games.
He's going to stay a QB1, unfortunately. So I busted on that one. And then my running back pick. So I get this sleeper alert right before the game. And it says basically that the head coach up there in Detroit came to his senses and decided to start his best player. And I was like, well, there goes that villain for the week. DeAndre Swift. Right now, he's the RB4 on the week. Oh, he had 5 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. 81 yards right. Like, he got over 20 touches. When does that happen in Detroit? Yeah, because
you said Matt Patricia is a terrible coach.
Oh, you did. You did.
The bear. He poked that grizzly bear with his Grizzly Adams beard. And he came back and said, "Oh, really, bud? Well, I hear you got a podcast, but you act like you're an expert." Well, I'm just.
Is he one of the coaches that relinquished play calling duties to the OC? So. Was he one of those guys? Because there was like 3 of them this week that were like, "Oh, we should probably stop calling plays because we suck." So,
I don't
let
know.
your OCs do their job. You goofballs.
And then, well, Thielen hasn't played yet, so if you guys have an opportunity to throw him into your lineup, you probably should, based on my other picks.
He's going to pop off.
And then my tight end, who hasn't done anything since like week 5, decided he wanted to be a tight end 1 this week with 9 points. Tyler Higbee, 3 catches for 60 yards. So
I'm not calling him a hero, though. Not calling him a hero.
Fine. I don't care what you call him. I blew it. I don't know what happened. I was watching these games, and I'm like, there's no way that Tyler Higbee has 60 yards receiving, and Bobby Trees can't do anything. I don't get it. I don't know.
I still don't understand how the Rams didn't light that defense up. It's insane to me. Because the weather was decent there.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Yep. Me neither. So sorry that I led you astray. I blew it. Maybe I'll just take a pie just because. I don't even know yet.
I mean, you can put some oomph on it too.
Yeah, put some oomph on it. Yeah, make sure you. I mean, Eric, and your pie, you just.
I'm not trying to make a mess, dude.
But he two-faced it. He did one here, and then he had to go grab a second one. He two-pied it, so he had to. I had him right there
waiting for me, but I'm not trying to make a mess.
Yeah. Speaking of Eric, let's talk about these villains. We don't know about Dalvin Cook, but the rest of them.
All right, where did Justin Herbert finish?
Not good.
He's 9 right now. He's 9.
Oh, is he 9?
Is he
got up there?
Yeah, he had a couple. He ran a touchdown in, and he threw 2.
Yeah, threw for 2 and ran 1 in. Golly, 24 points. So missed on that one. Hunter Henry's tight end 3 on the week. So whatever. 13 points, 4 for 6 for 30 yards and a touchdown. Blind Squirrel finds a nut once in a while, I guess.
In some tight end premiums, he's up to 16 points in one of my leagues. So.
That's crap because his previous 3 games 7, 5. Before that 12, 5, 10, 14, 12.
He was due. He was due for a touchdown. MJ,
Yeah,
I think, had a stroke.
Oh, yeah. What happened there? Did your cat walk on the? Do you have a cat? Did it walk on the keyboard there? I know what that's like. Yeah. So, yeah, my stacking my guys, much like Josh, bit me in the butt. What are you gonna do? My running back of the week. Who was my running back this week?
Dalvin Cook. He hasn't played yet.
Yeah, very worried about.
I got a feeling you're gonna miss that one. That was a bold call.
He's very bad against the Bears. He's very, but again,
rushed for 500 yards in the last 2 weeks. So,
as Josh has said, using logic and facts and experience means absolutely nothing this season. So yes, he will probably pop off for another 200 yards, which wouldn't be bad for me because I have him in FSA and I'm down right now. But I think I'll be okay.
I do want to talk about your wide receiver pick, though.
Sure, let's talk about it.
Because you picked Robbie Anderson.
Oh, yes, I did.
Nailed it.
And we talked before the show. We said, before the season, if we would have said Eric's taking Robbie Anderson and not DJ Moore as a villain, we would call him out. And DJ Moore had a game.
He did.
He had a really good game. He had 19 points.
Yeah. 96 yards and a touchdown. Yeah.
So DJ Moore's had some decent games. They're very sporadic, though. It's weird. What do you guys think about DJ Moore going forward? They do have Detroit, Minnesota, a bye, then Denver. He's got one of these nice playoff matchups. He's got Denver, Green Bay, and Washington. Green Bay is not a great one, but
Denver, Washington's not bad.
Yeah, not bad for playoffs. So what do you guys think about DJ Moore?
Well, we don't know the situation with Teddy Bridgewater's leg just yet.
Yes.
He did leave the game early. PJ Tucker came in. Remember, PJ Tucker was the XFL MVP before that season folded. He was, but he didn't come in and set the whole game on fire. We haven't seen enough out of him just yet to see which wide receivers he's going to lean on. So right now, though, if we're saying Teddy Bridgewater comes back next week and he's fine, you still have to be wary. And I think DJ Moore at best is a flex play just because there's games when he does this and then there's games where he's invisible. Yeah. And I just – it's a very risky play.
It is. But I would rather be going with him than like a Mike Williams for the Chargers.
No, yeah, I agree.
Justin Herbert had him wide open in the end zone and just said, I'm going to sell this 17 feet over your head, bud. So I just want to say, you said he was the XFL MVP. You know who the other XFL MVP was?
Tommy Maddox.
He hate me?
Tommy Maddox, baby. Yeah, XFL MVP. Went to the Pittsburgh, had a really good years until Big Ben came there.
Yeah, he did.
That's right.
PJ Walker. Just saying, could be a thing.
Could be. Could be in the XFL next year when they reopen. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's right. The Rocks.
Maybe he does both. Maybe he does both.
We'll see.
They drafted a quarterback, didn't they?
Who?
No, the Panthers. No. I don't think they did.
Oh,
no, they won't.
I'm thinking Steelers because you're talking about Tommy Maddox.
They won the 1-year deal.
Yeah.
All right. Any guys you're going out there in one day? Oh, sorry. We forgot to say this. The 49ers curse of the running back continues. JaMychal Hasty broke his collarbone.
Of course. Of course he did.
So the 49ers, the curse of the Niners continues.
Well, who got most of the work there? McKinnon this week?
No, McKinnon got hurt too. Got a stinger, I think, or tweaked his ankle or tweaked something. He hurt something. It was oh crap! I can't even remember who it was now.
Hang on, I got it. Nope, I don't got it. Yep, I do got it. Hang on. McKinnon, 18 for 33. Hasty, 3 for 13. Juszczyk, Mullins,
Austin
Walter, and Ayuk all got 1.
Austin Walter, next guy up. Whoop.
He caught one for 27 yards too, but that was
exactly. Stay away from all that.
Yeah, we don't like that.
Any guys out there you're looking to maybe add? try to get for the playoff push. Chargers play the Jets next week, so if you're looking for a defense that might be out there.
Uh-huh.
I thought Brandon Ayuk. That's a guy that I want to bring up. With Nick Mullins being there, he was targeted 14 times in this game.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't healthy last week when they played. This week he was. He was there, like I said, 14 targets. I mean, he did right now. He's a wide receiver 13 on the week. He got a carry as well. 75 yards receiving and touchdown. He's a guy that I'm looking at. There wasn't a whole lot of meat on the bones here. I do like J.D. McKissic because in a lot of leagues he's eligible to be a wide receiver as well, which I think is important based on how many times he was targeted by Alex Smith. Alex Smith is another guy. If you think maybe, hey, you want to try something, but that's it. Like tight ends, crapshoot. I got nothing for you on that one. So,
yeah, Damien brings up a good point. Over the past month, Wayne Gallman is the running back 3 behind only Alvin Kamara and Dalvin Cook. That's the kind of production you need to squeeze into the playoffs. So,
yeah,
if he's out there, go get him.
You bring up a good point about McKissic being a wide receiver. The problem is a wide receiver overall, when you get down in that lower tier, has been better than running back. So I wouldn't want to play him at wide receiver, even as a number 3 wide receiver. I would rather have him in my RB2 slot if I'm trying to make do with that. Zeke comes back next week. What's your guys' outlook for Zeke going the rest of the year?
Well, the rifle's back too, bud. So I feel pretty good.
Is he back? Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. If not, they got freaking Gilbert, bro.
And then they said, hey, you're coming back. And he said, I got the COVID. He said, I got COVID.
If not, they got the freaking double G, dude, Garrett Gilbert. I'm not worried, bro. I'm ready. Fire him up.
Start Gallman.
Start
Gallman over Zeke.
Gallman over Zeke. Holy
that offense. Yeah, I never thought I'd say something like that, but
because the Giants beat the Eagles, they are only a game and a half back for the AFC East. So bad.
It's great. I'm looking at who's available out there. It's really slim pickings right now.
Who was your streaming defense? Josh, yours was the Broncos. That wasn't good. Eric, yours was.
I had the Dolphins.
That wasn't terrible, was it?
No, they were okay.
I mean, it was better than the Eagles.
I can't see them in game day. Hang on, leaders. Nope, I can't see them.
They're 9th right now with 6 points.
Yeah.
They were good. Saints were good, but they're pretty well rostered, so it's probably hard to find them. The Vikings go tomorrow, so I mean, I think that should be a decent matchup because there'll be no David Montgomery. Cordell Patterson might be leading the backfield back there. Who? And I don't know if we got anything else, boys. Anything else?
Weird season.
It's COVID, dude.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna keep doing our best to help you guys out. We'll come back next week ready to go with some more heroes and villains. Remember, you can't win them all. We're telling you these guys, and we're playing these guys that we're believing in, and we're benching these guys we don't believe in. So just as much as you're affected by these things not working out, we are too. I took quite a few.
Oh, tell me what.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, dude. I mean, what do you want to do? But anyway.
Michael Thomas, 5 points.
Yeah. It happens to everyone. No big deal.
And then last thing I want to say, I can't remember what it was. So you got on your soapbox there, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Well,
like MJ says, here's the week 11 playoffs. Playoffs.
We're on to week 11. Woo!
Speaking of, when do playoffs start for FSA for us? Pretty soon, right?
Yeah, pretty soon. Pretty well for you. I'm not guaranteed in there yet. I'm clawing.
Yeah. Well,
I need Kirk Cousins to have a good game.
Robinson and Dalvin Cook do tomorrow night because I'm losing right now. So
I'm relying on Kirk Cousins tomorrow.
In prime time.
What are you up? You're up by a few points. You'll be all right.
Yep.
In redraft. I don't know what you look like.
That's what I'm talking. I lost in that, but I still have a game lead. Thank you, Ties.
Roll that beautiful. Thanks for tuning in to my Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. We love you guys. You can check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Empty Wagon FF. Eric is at GunsofVeld19 on the Twitter. Brad is at Tack Jones. And I am at FF Josh Hughes. Don't forget to check out FSA. On Instagram, they're at FSA_FR. Twitter is going to be at FSA_FR. Facebook will be at PrezFSA, and the website is fsa-fr.com. We love you. We will see you on Friday. Bye.